as you invest, you're also getting passive income, and that form is USDC. Is that right? I'm going to pull up the website here. Love the website. It's clean, very direct. It's simple to navigate. Why don't we talk a little bit more about this, Ben? What do we got going on in the space?
Sure. So the idea is, and actually the website follows the almost like mantra or concept of everything is simple, easy to use DeFi that gives you accessibility beyond just like the thing that you accessed, but easier, right? So like that's that one sentence. Exposure to multiple asset classes through a single yield bearing token. You buy a token and you have exposure to real estate, V3 pools, for example, like, on-chain DeFi V3 pools, venture capital investments. You have access to all of that. You just hold the token. That's it. So, it's my opinion that the complexities of DeFi are, I don't think out of reach of people, but I think just most people don't have the time, right? I do crypto full time, so I can sit here and rebalance V3 pools, pay attention to these positions, move money when, you know, pools get shut down or whatever. But not everyone can do that. A lot of people are far too busy to do that. And then on the real world asset front, we're partnered with Prism Real Estate Services, which is a commercial real estate investment business. And really, their deals and companies like them are typically harder to get access to, and so we want to kind of democratize that.
Yeah. Now, and talk about partners. You guys just recently partnered up with Velvet Capital.
Yeah, so Velvet offers on-chain DeFi fund management. It's a super cool platform that I don't think really has been done by anyone else. So even just as like a DeFi user, I think it's interesting to check out. And if you copy trade our fund, or really any fund on there, but our fund also because it's awesome, you can qualify for the Velvet Capital airdrop that's coming up.
There it is. Now, website is ASX.capital. I'm going to go ahead and pull up your Twitter space as well. We got to make sure these folks check this out. Um, and I do want to point out, right? Let me make sure you guys see that there. There's no token yet released.
Correct.
So, do we have a timeline for this? Any anticipated timeline?
Early December is looking very good
Okay.
at this point. So
All
where
right.
we're at is the token has been, I mean, the contract has been audited. It actually was the finalized version was deployed today, and we're just having the auditors look at it, just one last go over, and then we're going to verify the contract on chain, start getting it listed everywhere like CoinGecko, yada yada. Uh, it, that's our social media guy who's having fun.
Mm. Got to have
Um,
fun on Twitter. Draws
Gotta
people
have
in.
fun. Yeah.
You know,
Um,
um,
yeah.
I think that there's a lot to this, right? There's a lot because you're providing exposure to multiple asset classes, right? And that includes real world asset classes. It's very interesting. Also, the concept of and I love, and Bronze will tell you, passive income. Now you guys are having you're spinning it so that you as you invest, you're also getting passive income, and that form is USDC. Is that right?
Yeah. So there's two kind of different methods of call it delivering value. One is it is a reflection token by nature, by contract. So, anytime someone sells, 4% of that is captured in a tax, and 25% of that 4% or 1% of sell volume is distributed to holders as USDC. So when other people exit, you are just having USDC flow into your wallet. Now, the yield that comes from our investments, like real world assets, DeFi, whatever it is, those that yield is used to actually buy back ASX token from the market. So we kind of want to use like a stock buyback model, right, to deliver value and appreciate the token, while the holders also get a USDC reflection. So you should get the USDC reflection plus appreciation over time is the concept. Dual
Man,
earning, if so to speak.
yeah. Yeah, I love it. I think that's in part the uniqueness of it, right? You see some of these projects come and go, but you really nailed it when you have all these different aspects that you're bringing into it, right? You're bringing the RWA, you're bringing in the DeFi and the rewards aspect of it. Um, Now, what is this launching on? What platform can these folks get into it? What does that look like?
It will be on BNB chain through PancakeSwap. And our goal is to, again, following the simplistic approach to everything, is to have on our website there will be an embedded PancakeSwap function where so you'll be able to just come to our website and purchase it and sell it and whatever. So kind of
Yeah.
keep trying to keep it simple for everyone.
Yeah. Now, as I understood it, you actually ran through initial audits. You're going through a second audit. Does that mean that you identified some items that need to be corrected or would like to be corrected as potential risks
No,
and making
so
modifications or
yeah, so we got an audit, we made corrections, they double check it, then we're just having that was the test contract was audited. Now that the real deal's been deployed, we're just having them look at it again. So it's not really another like full audit, more just checking the code, make sure there wasn't any mishaps moving from tests to mainnet essentially.
yeah. I love it, man. I think it's great. I think that being able to yield from real world assets, being converted into digital currencies and being distributed to the holders, it's massive.
Yeah,
Um,
something I think that's cool on that point is typically yield moves off chain, right? You buy your digital assets, you yield farm, and then you're sending your yield to your bank account or whatever. We're kind of taking the yield the other direction. We're taking it from real world investments and moving the value on chain. So like to think we're doing our part to help grow the on chain environment.
yeah. Now it says here that there's potential for some venture capitalist investments. Are you guys in the early stages of that?
Yeah, so we are working with at least one VC firm to where we might have some opportunities to get in some like seed round type deals in crypto. So these would be crypto venture capital deals, and we're that's something that I think would be super cool because that's just like unaccessible to most people. So I think it'd be really neat to kind of deliver that to the holder, like at least some type of value from that to the holder.
Yeah. No. I mean, got to check it out. I feel like you guys are making some big moves and talk about timing. I feel like the timing on a launch this time around. Now, Bronze and I will be the first one to talk about timing of a launch. We launched at bottom last year. Man, I feel you. I'll tell you what. Don't do that. I learned from us. You're right at the perfect point. I feel like launch when you're at the start of the bull. And
Yeah.
I don't think that there are a few folks out there that are going to argue that we are at the start of the bull. Um, all the data kind of points to it. This is unique timing in this cycle, and I feel like really honestly, knowing you, Ben, and knowing how focused you are and professional you are in this space, this is really the project that folks want to look into. They need to look into it. Do their
Appreciate
own
that.
research. Yeah.
Definitely do your own research. Make sure it's the right fit for you. I will say for the timing, it's almost like I wish we could have launched 2 weeks ago, and I'm just sitting here like FOMOing, But then if you look at the daily chart and you zoom out, you're like, okay, we're in this like little up blip on the chart, so it's like
Yeah.
perspective is good because it feels like we're like, and even some people in our Telegram community are like, you guys need to launch, like you're missing it, and it's like I feel the same way, but we got to do things right,
Yeah.
and ultimately we're not missing anything. It's just
Yeah.
we're like we just feel a little sidelined at the moment, but it's pretty cool.
No, and it's funny because I reposted this. These days, I'm not most. I'm not really about posting. I'm more about reposting and finding quality posts. And what you see up on the screen there is kind of what Ben is talking about, right? It's like you see these daily movements. You're like, oh, I gotta go, I gotta go. And then when you start to zoom out the charts, you're like, okay, it's really not about the daily movements, right? And now, this, of course, they're talking about Bitcoin. Shout out to at CED Youngelman, if I pronounce that right. But
Cedric.
what's that?
Oh, Cedric.
Well, I was trying to get his,
Oh,
yeah,
his handle. Okay.
yeah, his handle, yeah. But anyways, yeah, Cedric, thank you. But it really is all about those wide movements. It's not about the daily movements. So, yeah, I feel like we've heard that too in our space when we were launching our project. Got to do that. Everyone's going to have their damn opinions. The fact of the matter is, you've been in the space for a long time. Your team has been in the space for a long time. You know what's best for the project. You know what's best. You just need to clarify and I think communicate, and the rest will fall into place. I wish you guys the very best with this, Ben. Looks awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Exciting. Very
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. Bronze, any questions? Anything you want to say? I feel like I took that over. I apologize.
I know. I was trying to. Yeah, and we're almost at that hour. I was gonna ask Ben, like, was the timing like a coincidence, or was it kind of like by design, or like, oh, okay, this is right timing. Like we're ready at the beginning of the bull, or
Um, I don't think. I actually think we started. So we started this concept a couple years ago, and we kind of tabled it, and then I think it actually always comes up around tax season because our tax accountant is like, "Hey, do you still plan on doing anything with this company?" Right? And last year it was like, yeah, we're not doing anything right now, but like we're keeping it open. So, yeah, we have to do a return, even though nothing happened in the company or whatever. And then it came up again this year, and it's like, we just gotta, because actually we were waiting for what's that right time. And really this uptrend hadn't started yet, but we were just like, there's never a right time. So let's just get moving. Right. And then this timing just happens to be doing what it's doing. Because we probably started this reboot process like 3 months ago. So I don't know what the price of Bitcoin was 3 months ago, but it wasn't moving.
yeah,
This was
sideways.
before the Cointelegraph intern pumped our bags.
Yeah.
So, basically, yeah, I think it's like, and who knows, maybe when we launch in a month, Bitcoin's pulled back 30%, right? You never know. It's all about, we've got a long-term vision. I think we can really build something that's going to benefit from time here, right? Because it's those buybacks over time and generating yield and generating value. So the longer we exist, the better. So it's that time in the market concept, I guess. But if we're hitting a bull run, that would be super cool, right? Totally awesome.
Yeah.
Then we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually, yeah, about 3 months. We had the Bart Simpson kind of brought what was kind of basically leveled off. It just kind of went back to its trends,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of where we were. And it's funny, we were talking about that spike, and when you zoom out, what felt like, man, that's amazing. It it's really moved significantly. So I think you had mentioned it earlier, Ben. It's important to zoom out. It's important to really see where the journey's gone. And when you take a look over the past, well, since December, call it January, where are we? January 1 to where we are now. I don't
And
know.
that was the
Trajectory
FTX
is
collapse
there. It
back
is. Yeah, there
then.
it is. Yeah. Oh God, I remember that. We launched our project the same week. Man, talk about timing.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was bad news.
I actually, that was at a point where I was like, this whole space is stupid. I think I finally like, that's where, in that moment, I was like, this is so dumb, right? Like all these companies leveraged out their eyeballs and went out of business. Like, I'm so mad.
Mhm.
But yeah, and you guys launched during
Okay.
that, so
Yeah.
that's
Well, yeah, tough luck. I mean, it is what it is, and
yeah.
you know, we're taking a look at all statistics, and you know, like we're looking at midterm elections. We're like, well, historically, 80% of all after midterm elections, we're going, you know, economy is boosting, and then it's just like tank. Oh,
Yeah,
but
then
it is what
CZ was like, we do not want to buy FTX. And
it
there it
CZ.
goes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so you never can tell is the point, but I
Yeah.
feel like timing is right. It doesn't need to be tomorrow. It doesn't need to be next week. You're still in a very your whole group is and the project overall is in a sweet spot because frankly, I think we all see the writing on the wall. It's all up from here, and man, I'm really excited for you guys, and we'll definitely be looking into you guys moving forward and seeing what else you guys are going to be bringing to the table.
Let's
So,
do it. Let's keep in touch.
yeah,
Love it.
for sure.
Definitely.
All right. Well, Bronze, I don't know. What do you say? Any last word for these folks?
Just do your research and check out ASX.
ASX. Yeah. Ben, what about you? Of course, ASX all the way, brother. Anything else you want to say to these fine folks before we wrap this up?
I don't think so, other than there's some great candies that we all need to be trying out there that I didn't know existed. So that's where I'm at.
There
I
it
still got
is.
like Amazon up on my screen. Actually, I have the toe of Satan
There
currently
you
on it.
go.
$9.49 for one
Oh
toe
man,
of
Yeah.
for
Satan.
one.
Yeah.
That's
Can't ship
crickets too.
Prime. I looked for it. So I
It's
hear you.
not Prime.
It's not Prime. But all right. Well, Ben, awesome to have you on tonight. Wish you the very best. Let's definitely stay in touch. Definitely looking forward to see what ASX is going to be producing in the very near future. Got to check these folks out. We got their website down below. Check them out. Reach out to Ben. Ben, you're awesome, man. Very approachable. We're glad to have you on. And as you say, let's stay in touch, brother.
Yeah,
Bronze,
appreciate you guys.
same to you, man.
Nice.
You guys have a great night. Peace.